Hey everyone, this is Jay Wilburn. I just got back from Scares That Care weekend. I have a post that's going to go up on Thursday where I detail out all the nuts and bolts of the weekend and what I experienced from my perspective and that sort of thing. That'll be the post where I name names and go into details about some of the folks I've worked with and what we did and that sort of thing. So I'm not going to try to mention everybody right now in the video, and obviously I'll forget people if I do. But great weekend. Got to spend a lot of time with a number of authors, and a lot of cool things happened for us this weekend as well. So it was good career wise and just good being a fan of the horror genre, both movie and written myself. Um, Looking at a couple of the things that happened with Scares That Care that will be detailed further in the post. One thing that I really enjoyed was how Brian Keene set up the author readings. He took time to pair authors together, some that had a little larger audience, authors that had similar styles or genre or that sort of thing. And it gave authors an opportunity to cross audiences and readers an opportunity to meet some new people. So that turned out very, very well for me. I was paired with Mark Tufo. He did something really neat where he had his narrator come in and do the reading for him, and it was cool for his fans because, of course, those that are into the audiobooks had already heard this voice many, many times. So in a way, it was kind of getting to meet two names connected with the story that they are both uh, deeply connected with and as readers that they've enjoyed. And then I got to read a short piece, and I'd written something brief. I typically have begun writing something specifically for readings when I know one is coming up. I try to do something special for the reading. A lot of books present themselves well for a reading, others don't. Sometimes it's difficult to pull out a section that really, really works. So I kind of try to have fun with it, sort of give readers something entertaining, something that presents my voice, but that's very, very specific for them. And so with Noirs at the Bar and with the readings, I'll write a flash piece that's quick, but kind of plays with the audience a little bit, and that's what I did with this event. That went really, really well. People responded well to it. It kind of got me some buzz going over the weekend, and I think a lot of people came to the table to check out my books because of that. Obviously, that's what you want to happen. It was not. It was more than I expected. So that turned out really, really well. It kind of makes me rethink the whole idea of using a reading to sort of present your work. Not even necessarily just reading a passage from my own book or whatever, but to really present yourself as a performer and as an author in a way that draws people in. So I'm going to be considering that, working on that more as I do more live events and that sort of thing. Rest of the weekend was great. In the post, I'll talk about some of the charity stuff that went on, money that was raised, things that went on. Armand and I got to be in the celebrity room. We were able to move up into a spot there. So it was a really charged atmosphere. It was cool to be around there. Um, and we sold a good bit. People all through the convention seemed to sell well. Everybody I talked to seemed to have had a good time in terms of presenting to readers and customers and stuff, because a lot of people came into the convention looking for material. A lot of career readers came in, so it was really neat to interact. Um, we had done Summer of Zombie beforehand. I've been doing these videos, and Armand has a strong online presence. We've been building our social media connections with people too, and it was interesting at this convention how many people from our Facebook and social media circles came to the convention. There was a lot for them to see and a lot to draw them in, but many came to see us and a few other writers specifically. So it was neat to have people that came to the convention with part of their purpose in coming to actually see us. So it was very neat, and you got to be able to share your work with people that already kind of had a connection to you. So that was something really, really special. It was very motivating career wise and as a writer to know that your online presence and the work you put into building a brand and that sort of thing actually connected with people, and that they care about you. And they're readers and they're friends online, but being able to meet them in person, you begin to realize that you're actually friends as well. That you have these connections, and they see my family and I see what they're into, and so it's a little bit of a deeper thing, and so that was very, very neat, and I enjoyed that as part of Scares That Care. It makes me very excited even for going back next year, and people that saw our posts, videos that we put up, pictures and that sort of thing. We already have friends that weren't able to make it this year, writers and readers alike, that are very, very excited about coming in next year. So it's going to possibly be even larger this next time than it was this time. So I hope everybody that wants to come is able to get in and um, find, get tables for everyone and that sort of thing. Got to meet all the folks from Subculture, which was neat. They are big supporters of Armand. I have a book that I co-wrote with them, The Enemy Held Near, that's in their store as well. And even though their connection's truly through Armand, they're just very, very kind to me too. Very welcoming, and came in and found ways to support Project I Radio and ways to support the authors that we were connected with there, and so it was just very cool to meet them as well. And just looking through the entire weekend, just very, very positive experience. The networking went really well. So it's just a great convention, bringing in readers, but then also um, for the good cause, where the efforts that are going into it are actually serving a purpose. One of the things that I talk about in the post that I'll share now, since I just happen to have it handy, one of my favorite things they did was the zine, and if you can see, they have a number of big authors that were in it. All of them were at Scares That Care, so you're able to get signatures for everybody that was there. It was there's a lot of memorabilia there that's fairly expensive, because of course it is a fundraiser and these are special items and stuff. This zine they did in the old style of the 80s and 90s, and it was side stapled, and they kept it at the $2 price, so it was affordable even for people that didn't have a lot of money to spend. So I was able to grab one too, and it's just a very, very neat thing to have, something special that was from that event. I really hope they do it again next year with all the cool stuff they had there. That was really one of the things that I enjoyed. Was starstruck by many of the celebrities that were around, um, but the ones that really meant something to me were a lot of the author celebrities that were there, people that have been writing for a very, very long time and have been successful. Some of them in that particular magazine, and so it was just really neat to have something like that that was just very intimate and very raw down to the story. And something I really have and will treasure, I think. Looking ahead at other things that are going on, The Great Interruption is a book that I've started writing a very, very long time ago, and it's finally going to be coming out. It's in the formatting phase right now, so maybe looking at within a month or so, I'll have that book out. It appears it'll be the first in a series, so hopefully people will enjoy that and can kind of carry them along with a different sort of apocalypse. Working on other things as we go along, a crime fiction piece. It's going to be a little bit different. That still in the drafting phase, so we'll save that. The Great Interruption, not this Thursday, but next. I'll have a teaser for that up on the site. So the Thursday post will be first chapter of The Great Interruption. First couple chapters that you can read and kind of anticipate what's coming, see if it's for you. So hopefully that'll be something that connects with folks. Writing a lot of short stories right now. Got a few offers to pitch my hat into the ring, put a story in, see what happens. You never have a guarantee with those, but getting an invitation is big. You get to show your stuff, so it's your opportunity to let your writing speak for you. So hopefully I'll get into a few of those and have some short stories out. It's been kind of fun the last couple weeks getting back into some short stories, since I've been doing long fiction for a good while. So hopefully with a number of offers that are coming up on the table and that sort of thing, that you'll get to see some work from me, both in long format and short, that'll be out there, paired up with some publishers and other authors that'll kind of get me some exposure out with more readers and give me a chance to kind of connect up with people and get eyes on my work and that sort of thing. So very excited about that. I appreciate everybody listening in. Look on Thursday for the Scares the Care weekend wrap up. Um, I'll have lots of links there, pictures, links to videos that you'll get to see. If you missed some things over the weekend, you'll get to see a bunch of little tidbits of what I was involved in. Of course, only can show it from my perspective, but had a lot of fun, and I think there'll be some things that you find interesting and fun there as well. So thanks again, everybody, and hope to talk to you again soon.